Well, we are on day 45 of Unstuck. Perfect book for those who are trying to get in the legal field. It's a 90-day series, a devotional by Kimberly Jones. That's it right there. And you can find her all over social media under Real Talk Kim. But we're halfway through this series, and today's is called End the Struggle. So the question for you is, as you are going towards the paralegal career now and you're looking at it seriously, are you dealing with comparing yourself to others who might already be in the field, or they're possibly in a 2-year program with you or an online program with you? What's going on here? The comparison game really doesn't fly at all in life, because you are a unique individual with unique DNA and unique giftings. So if you've never heard that, I want you to really take that in right now, because how you will operate within the legal field will be unique to you, and your excellence will be different than anybody else's. Okay, so, and how you progress and all of that. Okay, so stop the comparison game. Is there a feeling of a lack of acceptance in your own personal life, or in the career you've been in? You're kind of on the outside looking in, feeling inadequate. I mean, I knew I was not up to par when I went in the field because it was brand new. But I had to be open to learning, and that's what I want for you. So overthinking this is not the way to go. The way to go is to jump in as soon as possible and learn to swim. Okay? So where you don't compromise in this world, period, is regarding morality, integrity, honor, honesty, and in the legal field and any field, family time, time with your friends, family, loved ones. Don't let anybody usurp your time on the weekends and at night. I don't care what career, what path you're going down, you protect that with everything you have, because you don't want to lose that. That's so important. And I've worked with people who expect you to be in touch 24/7, or in touch in the evenings and that type of thing, or they tried to orchestrate that even with me in my third job. And I would not answer the phone. My husband would, and I was not available. I was not home. I was out with my daughter, that type of thing. My husband was able to protect me. If you have to, back then it was where we'd let it go to the answering machine. Now it can go to voicemail. Don't ever buy into like always having a company cell phone with you. That's not a normal situation and not healthy. That's a very toxic environment. So the struggle to get in is one thing, but when you're in, you have to control certain things. Okay? And most attorneys never require that, but there are some out there. They want you to be available. That is, you're not an ATM machine. Okay? This is a journey you're on. And it can feel a bit like a roller coaster at times. So the question for you is, where do you stand now in this journey? What do you have to do to improve? Those are the two questions, that you've got to look at. What do you have to do to up your game? So I'm going to read these verses to you today, because this is regarding your personal journey in life too. God saved you by his grace when you believed. And you can't take credit for this. It is a gift from God. Salvation is not a reward for the good things we have done, so none of us can boast about it. That's why when people are asked, how do you know where you're going when you pass? And it's, well, I've been a good person. But this will tell you right here, salvation is not based on whether you're good or bad. It's based on what Jesus did for you on the cross and whether you believe that or not. That's a whole life question that has to be answered by you. When I say there's no compromise in certain areas, I've seen people compromise in these areas in the legal workplace with morality, with their honor and integrity, with honesty, and with family time. And that's just, for you, that should never be a compromise. You've got to take the high road. The life question you have to answer today, your personal life question, is where do you stand with the Lord? How do you know where you're going when you pass? Very important to know. That's a struggle in itself that you may be dealing with, but there doesn't have to be that struggle. In John 3:16, God says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son," that means Jesus, "that whosoever believeth," meaning you, "shall not perish, but have everlasting life." So that struggle doesn't have to be there. Accept his gift of salvation today. Ask him to be your Savior. Who? Jesus. And when it comes to getting into this field, it's time to give it over to God as to whether he wants you in this field or not. If he does, will it be smooth sailing? Not necessarily, because there's a lot you have to be taught along the way. I had to learn. What did I have to learn? When I sat in my office for 3 weeks and no one would call me back, number one, I had to make sure I was praying and asking God to show me what was wrong. I had to pray for patience because I had none. But what was the option? No one was calling me. And so I had to give it over and trust the Lord to show me what to do. And I had 2 attorneys call me, separate law firms, and they were cluing me in to what they weren't seeing as far as information about me and my work experience. And that was when I already had 5 years experience, and I still couldn't get hired. That's because I was falling down regarding what I put in my cover letter and how I presented myself. I just used it as an intro to my resume because I thought my resume spoke for itself because I have experience. No. And whether you have experience or not, that cover letter is everything. And you can end the struggle of getting in by changing how you think about how you've got to present yourself. And you're like, but I don't even know what that means, Leslie. I don't know how to present myself as a beginner. I'm going to open up the Cover Letter Secrets class all by itself. I've done that in the past. But tonight I'm going to put up a live link and put up the Cover Letter Secrets page again on my website and all that. And hopefully I can do it by tonight. If not, it'll be tomorrow. So stay tuned and I'll update you on that. You can end the struggle of how to get in this field. The bigger question is, where are you spiritually? That's the bigger question. Because I couldn't get through the troubles in this world without knowing where I stand with God. And I want that for you too. That's my greatest wish for you, is to be with me in heaven, spending eternity together. And you can end that personal struggle, those questions, okay? And also end how to get into the legal field. You can end how hard that is. You can make it easier on yourself and learn a lot in the process. The membership I had open is closed now, but I'm going to reopen there's a module in the membership called the Cover Letter Secrets module. So good. 6 videos, samples of 2 separate cover letters. No, I don't review your cover letter. I don't review your resume. I never do that. This is something that the resume is just a set of facts. The cover letter is a sales tool, but it's going to teach you so much else, so much more that you need to understand and how to impress the hiring attorney when they look at that. And that's what I had to learn. So have a great day today. I hope this was helpful to you. I love doing these videos for you, and I want to see you be crazy successful in the paralegal field. But more than that, I want you to have no doubt where you stand with God. No doubt. And that's my greatest wish for you. Have a great day, and I will talk to you. Oh, before I forget, go to paralegalcoffeetalk.com and look at all the tabs there. Make sure you join the Paralegal Resource Hub. That's free. So come and join me in that and watch the videos there. They're important to you. But membership is closed, and stay tuned for the reopening of the Cover Letter Secrets class. Okay? Have a great one. Talk to you in tomorrow's video. Bye.